Update 24.5 is live on PC, and as I stated in yesterday's video, Nightwave Episode 2 went live, so if you go into your Nightwave menu, you will get a new video in regards to the Nightwave lore. Now, as for the update itself, Operation Buried Debts Phase 2 is live, so we can now fight the Exploiter Orb in Deck 12. The gate to Deck 12 is open, and if you don't know where that is, the map location and the entrance is shown on your screen right now. In order to start it, you will need to have diluted thermia. In order to get that resource, you will need to play the fractures that are currently available in the ongoing event. Once you use that one canister on 4 different fractures, you will get diluted thermia, as well as 7 points towards your event score. When you come into Deck 12, head to this console on your screen right now, interact with it, and it will start the first phase of the Exploiter Orb Mother boss fight. There are not any markers as of recording this video, so it may be a bit of a struggle, and I won't spoil how to do the event here, because I feel like you'll have a better experience doing it yourself. Anyway, there were also comments made by the development team in regards to the global data hash scanning. I won't read that here as it is just an update patch video, but if you do want to read it yourself, I'll leave a link to the forum post in the description, or it's up on your screen. Also in the update was Tennogen Round 15. So players can now purchase the Garuda Successor skin, the Nidus Night Hunter, finally, the Ivara Astraea skin, the Sarin Blade of the Lotus, Excalibur Ion, Rhino Ion, and the Mesa skin. As for Warframe helmets, there is Revenant's Immortuous helmet. As for weapon skins, there is the Nakana Shinigami skin and the Nakana Mithra skin. As for operator cosmetics, there is the Aureus Diadem, the Lumus Oculus, Kiritsune Oculus, and the Optima Oculus. As for Cyandanas, there is only one, and that is the Dominus Cyandana. As for the changes in the update, Melee 3.0 Phase 1 saw 2 changes and a multitude of fixes. So the first change came to picking up a data mass. It will now swap you to your secondary weapon instead of your primary weapon, if you do have one equipped. There is also the change where pressing F when in melee mode will now switch you back to your other weapon, opposed to the weapon you had equipped prior to pressing F. As for the fixes to Melee 3.0 Phase 1, they are up on your screen. Hildryn can now use her custom dodge while in the Age of Storm ability at the cost of 50 shields per dodge. The devs did have the following comment added on top of that. We're starting with this cost because many abilities of this nature have movement restrictions that can be overcome with augments such as Peacemaker, Resonating Quake, and Assimilate. We want to try out a movement cost before we tweak further based on feedback. They also remove the additional sound for Hildryn's Haven ability based on feedback. They remove the ability to access gear, emotes, and hotkeys when Hildryn is in Age of Storm due to it breaking functionality, and they fixed clients seeing incorrect animations when observing a host Hildryn in her Age of Storm ability. As for the changes, the K-Drive race standing has been doubled, with standing gained per gate sitting at 200 and max standing gains per race is now at 6,000. Coolant Rachnoids will now pop their backs on death. The trading screen now contains a Riven category and specific search functionality. They have removed an unintended projectile launch on the second charge attack of the Tatsu, as this feature was unfinished and will be revisited in the near future. The Corpus have also improved their vent construction by removing momentum-killing edges, and as you can see on the screen, the ledges on the Corpus rescue mission have been removed so we can finally get up there seamlessly. They also reduced the frequency at which Nora Knight's daily transmissions will play. They widened a damaged bunker opening in the Kuva survival tileset. They made slight improvements towards hitches occurring when approaching bases in the Old Valis, and they cleaned up Gammacore and Statacore effects. There was also a bit of commentary and a revert to the changes made in Update 24.4. I'll read that all out now before we get into fixes. As often happens with mainline, unexpected bugs pop up. In the case of last week's 24.4 mainline update, we quickly received reports that Arcane Velocity was not working on Mace's regulators. Considering Mace's popularity, it's no coincidence that this was noticed right away. We want to go into detail about what happened between Thursday and now, what's being fixed, and what next steps are, from Thursday to today. First, between Thursday and now, we've had issues internally on intention, which are typically the hardest to communicate when we're also trying to diagnose a bug. As of now, players know we may intend to keep Arcane Velocity from working while Mesa is in Peacemaker. 2. Between Thursday and now, many other prior functioning Arcane Plus abilities broke as well, leading to further confusion on intention. What's being fixed? Today, we found the bug that caused the issue, a single fix intended to let Dispatch Overdrive work on Garuda's Talons indirectly broke many Arcane plus Warframe ability functionalities. 1. We have restored Arcane's not triggering from exalted weapons across the board by reverting the change made in Update 24.4. As for the next steps, while players have restored functionality now, i.e. Mesa plus Arcane Velocity, it won't be a true solution if you don't know the dev's intention. If you don't know the dev team's intention. We unintentionally broke some Arcane interactions and let it ride when we shouldn't have. We're fixing that today. We do think there are some balance issues remaining, but it's not our intention to use side effects to solve. Balance is a conversation that we constantly have, and we see you having as well. For some people, the answer is don't nerf things, buff everything else. This is the path of least resistance for us, as most of the player base is happy when we buff and angry when we nerf. However, this has a few side effects that impact the game as a whole. First, with more damage, the time to kill on enemies is lowered, and the value of crowd control declines even more. Bourbon? Higher max damage also means that players with the latest bells and whistles can easily kill bosses in an instant, and overcome any challenge with ease. The more you play, the easier the game gets. So far, we have been kicking the can down the road, accepting power creep and its consequences on the game. And often, this game is a kill-all-the-things based game. We have mostly done nerfs on the things that can be automated, require no player interaction, or removed options from the game by making all the other choices bad. We will continue to wrestle with this, but the most important part is when and if we decide major balance changes are needed. We will let you know, and it will be the result of a lot of consideration. Design changes like this need to be more tempered and considered. Thank you for hanging in there through all this confusion. 6 years in, and we are still learning how to do this. And one of the changes that they missed in the patch notes was that they cleaned up some space, some as much as 550 megabytes, as of the removal of DirectX 9. As for the fixes in Update 24.5, they are up on your screen. You can check them out here or on the Warframe forum post. Enjoy the Exploiter Orb Mother boss fight. I did have a pretty fun time doing it solo, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. The fight itself and the lore around it was pretty damn interesting, and I kind of felt for Zood. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.